What up, gamers? I'm back with another reviewing Kingdom Hearts 2. Now, I'm gonna have to redo my replays of Uncharted. It's best I do that since right now I'm focused on Kingdom Hearts. So, look forward to that in the future. Anyway, this sequel, it's a good sequel. A very heartfelt story. Unlike my first review, my Kingdom Hearts 1 review, I'm going to be skipping over the Disney worlds and measures important things. So, let's begin. So, the game actually opens up with a scene of two hooded figures talking to each other. The one that's standing up asks the one sitting down, who is he? The man doesn't reveal his name, but he asks, does he remember his true name? Then we cut to a room where a new character is introduced. This character appeared in both endings of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, both Sora's story and Riku's story. That was what you gotta do the two together, but it's easy to do them separate. To give us full mention of the mysterious figures we saw last time, the organization. Alright, this character's name is Roxas. She's like a normal kid. Yeah, living in a normal town. Twilight Town, as it appeared in the last game though. So we know this town has some connection with Sora. And when you first play without knowing anything about about the stories of most of the games, I don't know its lore and stuff, but after playing the first games, you wonder, why are we playing this character? Who the hell is he? He's not important. Well, I'd like to tell you, this character is important to the story. Anyway, you spend a total of 6 days in Twilight Town before shit starts getting crazy. Days 1 through 5 are regular days with some odd occurrences. But this Roxas hanging out with his friends, Hina, Pence, and Elect. You know what I mean? Roxas is a skilled fighter. And on day 1, the introduction of some new goon types. Somehow, he has the power of the Keyblade. So yeah. The next few days. I think it was day 4. Yeah, day 4. After winning the tournament, get some more Final Fantasy characters. I think Cypress one. I can't exactly remember. It depends on the original characters like Roxas. I mean, Sora, Riku, and Kairi are friends with 3 Final Fantasy characters as well. One's from Final Fantasy 8, the other 2 are from Final Fantasy 10. And they just shoved away. Not important. Kind of an ouch, but you can see their stories in I kind of doubt they'll do a Final Fantasy world, because that'd be tricky. Because it'll be all the characters but toned down. This is a kids game. Well, it's not exactly. More simply, the worlds will be tricky. The great in the Kingdom Hearts franchise. Anyway, we even get some flashbacks of Roxas. So day 6 was a very interesting day. So during the course of the few days, it makes a black hooded figure who steals some stuff from him. And Axel's back, who seems to know Roxas. Roxas seems to be part of the organization. So Axel somehow survived. Let's see if they're spending on a few more games. So yeah, he's starting to get memories back. As I mentioned, after the tournament, day 4, Max is supposed to tell him actually connects to Kyrie, which doesn't remember anything about. Sora has a member as a Sora, but not exactly. See, everyone's forgotten about Sora after the events of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. So yeah, Sophie's back though. She does mention Tidus and Wakana, but they're not in the game. Sophie doesn't look all that different. She's just wearing a school uniform. So compared the characters do go to school. Wait, does that mean Sora's mother actually forgot about her own son? It's kind of sad to think when you put. Like, Sora has been gone for years and not seen his mother since then. His mother doesn't even know where he is. God. That's kind of sad. Sora's mother doesn't know where her child's gone. Anyway. Roxas has remembrance and stuff thanks to Naminé returning, along with Diz, and her bigger is revealed to be Ansem, calls himself Ansem and looks like him. So yeah. Roxas now remembers everything. He remembers his flashback battle against Riku, who's blindfolded. Last we left Riku, he and Mickey were helping out Diz wearing cloaks. So, anyway, Kyrie now remembers Sora. I think Roxas is his own character. They need to highlight some things of the story. So, alright, the days, playing through all 6 days, just takes over an hour. Which, I don't think is a bad idea. Yeah, you may not be comfortable at first, but as you continue playing, you start to really care for the character of Roxas and his friends. Like, they could have actually made a spin-off about him. You're just another kid somehow you're just a regular kid somehow connected to Sora. We learned something called nobodies. As there was mentioned last time, that Axel mentioned that they are nobodies. So Roxas enters the mansion and smashes a computer out of anger. You know what I mean? He's definitely upset about all those learning about himself. And when he meets Diz doesn't give a damn about him, just wants to awaken Sora. Just heartbreaking love, but Roxas is his own person. Sora, if Sora knew he'll be given, someone would be gone just to revive him, he wouldn't agree. Anyway, that's when Roxas is actually able to dual wield Keyblade of Light, Keyblade of Darkness. Very clever. That's actually part of the new mechanic too. Certainly haven't done it much since then. Like, it hasn't appeared in any more Kingdom Hearts games. This is the only game it's appeared in because of how ambitious it was. Right, Sora seems different. Anyway. Sometime later, Sora, Donald, and Goofy officially wake up. Not remember anything about what happened at Castle Oblivion. Now, Castle Oblivion is a unique secret we don't discover until Birth by Sleep, which is a prequel game. But I'll go into more detail when I review it. Anyway, so when Jimmy checks his journal, see, but and this happened. Don't forget though, his journal was empty by doing the Castle Oblivion story. A Kingdom I think about it, Kingdom Hearts 1, they should, or each Kingdom Hearts game, if it's adapted into a series, could be its own little story arc. Like, the Amazon saga, see, the first saga, the Kingdom Hearts, the Heartless Saga or something, I don't know. Whether you could give it a saga name, let me know what's the name you will call it, because I'm not good at names. Anyway, Jimmy's journal has one thing in it, thank Nominee, but they don't remember who Nominee is. Anyway, seems that Roxas finished Axel off, even though it's an emotional thing. Roxas didn't betrayed the organization. They wanted him dead. Anyway, Sora's still good. So, we already heard Age of Osmond's older voice when he plays Sora in Chain of Memories. But Sora now's got a slightly new design. He's more tall. He's taller now. He's got his hair is more of a lighter color, and his face is more. Wow. Slightly thinned a bit. So basically a year has passed. So they don't even seem to notice until later. And when Sora, Donald, and Goofy leave the mansion, they end up in the hideouts of Ayla, Pencil, and Let. So when they meet, they have a reason that they might know Sora or something. It's weird. Anyway, Sora, Donald, and Goofy head to the train station after being wanted there. Were attacked by the same enemies that attacked Roxas. They're strong, but they're saved by Mickey. Basically, he tells them to board the train. To just go board the train. Gives them some money as well. And leaves. Anyway. Hey, this when Sora's brought by to get Hayden, Pencil, and Let's show up. For some reason wanted to send Sora off. They don't know or understand it either. Anyway, Let's seems to know something about that pouch. What Sora's got. Well, we don't find out later. Anyway, Sora says goodbye to Hayden, Pencil, and Let. For some reason, a tear draws down his eye. He doesn't know what's going on. But Sora doesn't go aboard the train and say goodbye. They end up at a tower where they find someone out. Discover that there's a counter. Donald Goofy seems to recognize the guy peeping in to the tower. It's none other than Pete, or iconic still played by Jim Cummings, who also reprises as well as Woody the Pooh later on in his own story. Basically says that the tower belongs to a man named Yen Sid. Now, you want to know what Yen Sid looks like? I'll get to that in a bit. That's where Pete discovers that they defeated Maleficent. He's a servant Maleficent. Basically, Mickey banished him, but Maleficent took him out. You actually get to see that in the future. I'm gonna save that for its own story, because that game's gonna be very unique. So anyway, after being some Heartless, they end up in the room of Master Yen Sid. They meet for the first time. Yen Sid is the wizard from Fantasia, and as his name's pretty creative in a way. Yen Sid. Yensid. Spell it backwards. Disney. Disney. That's kind of funny. It would be so tempting to to actually create a character based off Walt Disney. How they could actually. It makes sense. Like, imagine if they meet the one who created the universe as we know it today. There could be some more of the reason why these worlds are separate and stuff. It's possible they can make him like the all-knower, all-seeing ruler. It'd be a nice tribute to the guy who created the company. And Square is pretty busy, not just working on Kingdom Hearts 4, but also some other games. They got the upcoming Dragon Quest Adventure Die game coming out on consoles in the future. Probably coming out in 2023 because the anime is going to be ending pretty soon. It's going to be airing 100 episodes. Might end it in 2021 going for the pandemic. Anyway. Yen tells them about nobodies. When a strong-willed person becomes a heartless, leave behind just an empty shell. The typical form of nobodies are husks, but the advanced form are more human. They do not feel, they don't have hearts and stuff. And that would make sense with some of the weird things we saw in the previous game, Keeping Up the Mystery. So it saw Donald Goofy's job to stop Organization 13, the group of nobodies. When soon they must go to different worlds to seal the gateways, the dark gateways held there. But first, Yen Sid tells Sora he should get some new clothes because the ones he's wearing seems smaller. And that's when they finally notice that Sora's gone taller. So they go meet with the fairies from Sleeping Beauty. They're possibly played by the same actresses from 1950. Means a possibility they could be older right now, but they could have passed away at this point of time. So I'm not sure. So Sora gets a dashing new outfit. It's all black. There's a bit of red on it and a bit of grey. I like the new look, especially like it in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's CGE. So anyway, Sora's got new clothes, got new power, special little forms he gets, and Sun giving him the power to dual wield. That's the new mechanic. Sora could dual wield Keyblades in one of his forms. You'll get new forms over time and get stronger and stronger. So Sora, Donald, and Goofy set out. And so the Twilight Town scene's gone. But they get pulled straight to Hollow Bastion. Now if you don't remember, Hollow Bastion was the evil lair of Nan and Maleficent. Seemed distorted back then. But since it's been a year, things have been getting back to normal. When they arrive, they run into Yuffie. Tells them that Leon's waiting at Merlin's house. So they head there. Now we're going to see some of the characters in new looks. Sid looks relatively the same, no outfit change. Yuffie and Aerith look exactly the same too, besides different clothes. Clothes they wore in different Final Fantasy stories. Yuffie's outfit in this game is from Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, the movie sequel to Final Fantasy VII. Wow! Aerith's outfit is based off her outfit from Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, which probably came out at that point in time. Leon, however, is got a complete slightly different design. His hair is shorter, his eyes are slightly smaller, not too small, And he's got his Final Fantasy VIII outfit. The jacket looks more like his Final Fantasy VIII costume. Now he looks almost accurate to his model from Final Fantasy VIII. Just more anime, just a little anime-like, not realistic. We do see Cloudington a little bit later when we return. But I'll get to them later. So yeah. Anyways, it seems they forgot about Sora Donald Guppy too. There's some problem going on in Hollow Bastion. And the organization members are there, so they defeat all the nobodies and Heartless. Show them up. They managed to beat it. And Leon gives them a class for the Hollow Bastion cleanup committee. And turns out it's one of the gateways to it's one of the items to seal away the gateway to dark. Basically, the gateways are connected through small items, and the items resonate to help seal the gateways for some reason. But they get a unique seal animation. They're technically free, depending on if Sora looks different in the worlds. So, alright, Sora, Donald, Goofy head out. New worlds have appeared now. We got some returning worlds like Alandon, like Agrabah, Atlantis. Well, Winnie the Pooh's back, so that's not technically a world. Olympus Coliseum, but we get a new location. The Underworld, where we meet Auron from Final Fantasy X, I think he's from. Like his voice. James not Keith Silverstein. He's done a good job. New worlds such as the Land of Dragons, which is from Mulan. We got Beast Castle, but he's a character that appeared in the last game along with Belle. And there's the Pride Lands. We get something pretty unique. So it's a line now, so it's an interesting gameplay setting. I like how challenging that can be. You can get, some of them can get second visits too. And after that, we use also another new world is the Caribbean. Pirates from Pirates of the Caribbean. Jack, Will, Elizabeth. By the way, he was played by Johnny Depp in his appearances in Kingdom Hearts. Up until Kingdom Hearts 3, he was played by a different actor. Because the whole incident at the time with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard was still ongoing. Sorry. Anyway, Kairi not one the way around anymore. Tries to find a way to rescue Sora. But Axel shows up and abducts her. Tries to kidnap her, but thanks to Pluto, she ends up in Twilight Town. So Sora, Donald, Goofy visit Twilight Town next. Hannah Pence and tell them about that. That Axel showed up and kidnapped her again. Okay. So saw another motivation to find Kairi. Anyway, we fight some members. Some do get defeated in their levels, some don't. Also got this technically isn't a world though. When you get back to Hollow Bastion, you get to do the Tron levels. But these are main part of the main story though, not different worlds. So basically, it's important. So Donald Goofy have to find information about Ansem. You know? About Kingdom Hearts and all that stuff. Maybe since the computer might be able to find out. When next thing they get blasted into Tron's world, where Tron, after again past some bad guy, Heartless, he doesn't need a password, the DTD, which we discovered after searching with appearance by Tifa and Cloud. Cloud and Tifa look exactly like the appearance in Final Fantasy Advent Children. But this is Tifa's only appearance in Kingdom Hearts. And I'm afraid this might be Cloud's last appearance too. Doesn't mean we want to stop seeing Final Fantasy 7 characters. But this definitely must be Cloud's last appearance. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. So many worlds to visit. But anyway, they even meet Kim. They even see Mickey there. We discover something. Basically, the answer that the answer they thought wasn't really Ansem, as we know he's a Heartless, but the answer and his nobody is controlling Organization 13, known as Xemnas. And solving the password. Now get access and stuff. Anyway, also a little bit earlier, Maleficent got revived. For some reason, the fairies seem to. If they remember Maleficent, she comes back. They don't really give much of an explanation for that. Like, Sora, Donald, Goofy obviously remember her name, remember who she is, because they faced her. So, it literally makes no sense to me. There's no proper explanation, so I can't probably contrast it. What's about that? Anyway, as far as stuff, skip both this to it. Basically, this in the end, Sora, Donald, Goofy are technically saved by Maleficent. Don't ask. Oh, there's also a special world when we actually get to visit Disney Castle. Not the real Disney Castle, obviously. No, Mickey's Castle. Where they sort of get to interact with Minnie and Daisy and stuff. They even have a special segment. It's not technically a world, but they do get to travel back in time to the Timeless River. Based off the very first short of Disney 1928's Steamboat Willie. Donald and Goofy look exactly how they appeared in the early days of Disney shorts. When Goofy became Goofy, you know? Lord Dippy Dog, or whatever his name was. Yeah, and it's done in black and white. And Sora's got a slight different design too. The eyes are more cartoon, like the classic cartoon eyes. The oval eyes with a bit of a mark in it. They're cracked eyes. Right, but basically something you see in generic cartoons. Something like that. Those poses. It's also with some classic cartoons. Anyways, just regular black ones, by the way. No eye designs ever. And Sora's outfit is just a basic drawing of his original outfit, just simplified, you know? Because it's a cartoon. Because basically the same as well as a cartoon. Cartoons didn't need much detail back then. Like, Sora's shoes don't have anything on them, they're just Mickey Mouse shoes. His jacket doesn't have much detail. He doesn't have anything on his gloves. It's pretty interesting though. It's a very fun level for those who actually watched the original short. It's the old time travel thing with Pete. Showing how Pete was pretty different back then. He was technically originally drawn as a cat, and then changed into a dog later. Oh no, he was originally a villain back in the day. He became more that as the years went by. He was just simply not wasn't really an antagonist, just more of a foil, just a grumpy guy. I wonder how Pete became like that in the first place. And again, Pete wasn't really much of a villain in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse series, which is a preschool series. Of course, preschool shows can have villains, yes, that's not what I mean. That show didn't really have a true antagonist at all. It's just a fun, silly adventure series. Which I did grow up watching, by the way, when it aired on television in the UK. Oh shit, I can't remember what channel it aired on. Any snake TV? Oh, yeah. Rip my pay. Yeah, anyway. They go back to Hollow Bastion twice, the featured stuff with Ultron. Help them out. Anyway, so that's when Saw stopped the lumbar Roxas. I mean, someone gave him the same pouch with a photo of Hela, Pence, Alert, and Roxas. So he doesn't know how he knows his name. So I mentioned earlier. I'll do a lot of bows, visiting different worlds. And it's time for almost so Autumn could we head back to Twilight Town to talk about the photo. Yeah. When they go to the mansion to investigate some stuff, you see Hela, Pencil, and Alert unconscious. Not that they explain that they would just look. They want to figure out some. They are at the mansion to figure out some stuff. Basically, have a theory about there's another Twilight Town. Yeah. But mentioned actually earlier. By day 6, Roxas seemed to be alone. Yeah. Since he was almost fully so because it was time for him to return to Sora. So they know. So yeah. Weird, isn't it? So anyway, the theories for this, something they've seen, the pouch. But during the second visit to Twilight Town, they actually went into Cyber, who just gives them the trophy after defeating the Heartless and Nobodies. Anyway, the pouch, the trophy, one of the rubies on the trophy, they're only one of those. There's somehow two. Crazy, isn't it? That's where that to the theory of another Twilight Town. But I never told the Hela Pencil about the photo. They don't bring it up for years, by the way. Not until Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, it's not brought up until Kingdom Hearts 3, which is decades from that. Came out decades later, for God's sake. Anyway, Kid Mickey helped the four head off into the other Twilight Town. And Bow. Oh. So, yeah, Axel showed up too to help out, telling me he felt sorry for kidnapping Kairi. He just wanted to see Roxas again. So anyway, so the four now decide, after Axel's defeat, the four decide to head off to face Xemnas, reveal his face. Who turns out to be Anson's apprentice, Xehanort. We get expanded on this later on. See, by the next game, you'll get confused about, huh? How? What the hell? That's what you probably be thinking. But by the end of the game, you go, ah. That one's going to be tricky to do, actually, by sleep. It's going to be a tough review, because, well, it's kind of free. You know what? Not going to mention it. So I had to pause there for some. I just need to shut my door. It's in quiet, but it's not because I'm probably shy anymore. Anyway, arrive at the world that never was, and so ends up battling a hollow figure who wields two keyblades, which is revealed to be Roxas, as he and Axel have one last conversation before they disappear. After Sora beats Roxas, Sora actually said to him, "You make a good error." Sora doesn't know anything. Anyway, the four head off to the castle. Meanwhile, Kairi's in jail, but she's rescued by Naminé, who earlier the mysterious Hood of Bigger Ansem released. So I let them go. And Sora counted Axel again. Even though this is technically their second best meeting, complicated. In Hollow Bastion. So you end up battling some. So yeah, but Kairi and Naminé are stopped by one of the organization members. But they're rescued by Ansem. Who's Riku? They mentioned something about Riku. But this man wields a Keyblade. And there's no explanation for his appearance in the Land of Dragon's second visit. So yeah. So Ansem and Kairi arrive, with Kairi calling him Riku, helping out Sora, and she's got a Keyblade now too. Well, Mickey finds this, who's revealed to be Ansem, the real one. That should be obvious by the voices. Also, earlier on in the game, there was a small little flashback where Xemnas goes to a room. We see a suit of armor on the floor when he says, "Hello, friend." That's interesting. When I get to the dumbness here, I want to talk about something. And these suits are importance. Anyway, so the final battle shows. Sora discovers that Ansem is Riku the whole time. Riku gave him to the darkness after battling him. Gave him to the darkness after battling him. And Ansem warns Mickey about some of the things he's done. What's been going on. The three friends are happy to reunite. But they still have some fights to go. The two kept calling him Roxas, but he kept going beat. Sora doesn't know who Roxas is, but Riku fills in on him. Basically, Roxas is Sora's nobody. So, also, but till we thought about it a second. Because don't forget, he turned into a Heartless in the final level of the first game. Well, not the final level. In Hollow Bastion. Anyway, there's a two-part fight with Xemnas, who's got more powerful. After the bout, they defeated Xemnas. Sora and Kairi meet Naminé, say goodbye to Naminé and Roxas. You know what I mean? And basically Naminé is Kairi's nobody. So basically, when the Sora, she became technically a Heartless and gone nobody. That's complicated. Anyway, anyway, when Kairi goes in the door, darkness, and Riku's back to normal, anyway, we'll cool me look, party. Sora and Riku had to stay stuck behind the face Xemnas. When he ended beating him, we then ended up on some type of dark beach with a note from Naminé. But they managed to find out with an ending cutscene. And there's a post-credits scene. Sora receives a letter from the king telling him about something. We don't know what it says. And we won't see this Sora again for a while now. Hey, there's another post-credit scene with three warriors dressed in similar looking armor. The armor we saw in Xemnas look at, it's exactly the same one that person's wearing. And there's a bonus level where you get to fight a suited man, a mysterious suited man fighting them. They're all playing their story. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, you'll be up to date with rules that comes in the future. My next review will be on Kingdom Hearts Coded. RA Coded. It's technically not a review game though, specifically in the version that's released on PlayStation 4, the other remasters. Because it was just because it's just a DS game, and the mechanics are tricky to adapt. Similar with 300s, similar with the you get the point. Anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you all next time for another video. Game no doubt? Nah, stupid.